Good morning, students. Last we saw about the habitats, okay, on earth. We saw about forests, which are a very good habitat for animals, okay. Then we saw about the desert as an habitat wherein not many animals can survive, but the animals which are living there, they have very well adapted to their surrounding. Next habitat we are going to look about are polar regions and mountains. Now polar region are the areas which are covered with snow. Okay, throughout the year they have snow there. So like the deserts were very hot, polar regions are very cold. Also the mountains, है ना? Mountains also have snowy regions there, and so there the temperatures are low, so there is cold. Okay, so now we will see how animals are adapting to this region, that is this habitat. Now animals living in the cold regions, they have a fat layer beneath their skin. Skin के नीचे there is a layer of fat. Now this fat is conserving heat, है ना? The fat layer conserves heat. वो जल्दी से गर्मी छोड़ता नहीं है स्किन में से. So this fat layer is available or there in the animals in the polar region, so that they do not lose their body heat. Okay, so they are having a thick layer of fat. Also you will see that these animals, they have fur all over their body. Okay, fur होगा, बाल होंगे बहुत thick. Okay, thick fur they have to protect them from getting too cold, isn't it? See, in too much cold, your body, which is mostly having water in it, isn't it? Your blood is mostly what? Water. So this water can freeze. So it is important that the body conserves heat and keeps the blood in the liquid form. Okay. So what happens here is the body has a fat layer plus a thick fur layer on the body, so that heat does not escape from the body, and the animal is good to conserve heat and live there in the cold region. Okay, so the high mountains and the polar regions, that is the Arctic and the Antarctic, are covered with snow and are very cold throughout the year. During winter, the temperature can drop to very low degrees. In winter season, the temperature drops too low. Okay, so what these animals do then? They hibernate. Hibernate means they go to sleep. Okay, for months together they go to sleep. So some animals found in the polar regions are polar bear, penguin, seal and walrus. Okay, these are the animals which are seen there. Animals like the polar bear have thick fur on their body that keeps them warm. Then penguins have a layer of fat under their skin called blubber. Okay, this fat layer is called as blubber. It helps in keeping the body warm. So as I told you, these animals are adapted there. They show a fat layer. They have thick hair on their body to conserve their heat to survive in the cold. Okay. Next habitat we see is the ocean. As you know, most of the earth is covered with ocean, water. So you find a lot of animals in the ocean as well, aquatic animals, isn't it? So in the ocean as well, the animals which are living, they are very well adapted. How? If you see fishes, what do they have for breathing? They have gills, isn't it? They don't have a nose. They have gills. And what does the gills do? It takes the oxygen directly from the water. So this is one adaptation that the animals living in the water have done. They do not need to come out of the water every now and then for taking in oxygen. Okay, some are there but not all. So fishes can very well remain in water, okay, submerge in water and survive. Getting me? So oceans are the largest habitats of the world. Obviously, our world is having large water bodies. Largest part of the world is water. So this is the largest habitat for the animals and contains salt water. Also it has salty water, khara pani. So Pacific Ocean, Arctic Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Southern Ocean and the Indian Ocean are the oceans we have named on earth, and those are the habitats for many animals. Big and small fish of different types are found in the saltwater habitats, even though it is very salty. See, if you go to a sea, है ना, अगर गलती से भी you drink that water, you are like, अरे कितना खारा है ना, your mouth will be very bad tasting. So, in such conditions also these animals can survive. Okay, they have adapted so well. Starfish, crab, shark, whale, prawns, sea turtles, seahorses, jellyfish, electric rays, octopuses and many other types of animals are found in the ocean. There are a lot of animals in the ocean. Next we move on to the freshwater habitat. Okay. Now freshwater is habitat for again aquatic animals, but here the water is fresh, meaning it is not salty, meetha pani. Your rivers, your lakes, streams, they are having fresh water. Okay beta, fresh water means the water which is not salty, khara pani nahi hota, usko fresh water they call. So in the fresh water again you see fishes, snakes, frogs living, isn't it? So again in the freshwater also many animals can survive. Freshwater habitats includes various pond, lake, stream and rivers. Now different kinds of fish, snake, frog live in this habitat. Also you must have seen birds. Birds feed on fishes, right? So those birds which feed on fish, they normally eat the fish from the fresh water. Okay, river, lake, ponds ke fish are the food of these birds like crane. Okay, so these birds they come here, they live in some high places, lands or trees, isn't it? But they will come for the food here. सिर्फ खाना खाने के लिए, पकड़ने के लिए they will come in the fresh water. So you see that water birds such as duck and swan, they swim in the water, they eat the fish, they live here. But some birds like the cranes, they only come here to catch. So they have long feet. Okay, how they have adapted is they have long feet, thin long feet, so that they can easily walk in the shallow water and eat fish, catch fish. Okay, so fresh water also has a lot of animals living here. So these are all the habitats we have learned in this chapter. Again, let's revise the habitats which we learned. Habitats are the environments in the animals in which the animals live. So we saw about forest, desert, polar regions and mountains. Then we saw about ocean and freshwater. These are the 5 habitats on earth in which animals survive, live. Okay beta, this is all for today. Next we will start how they adapt. Okay.